Nebraska is 1 week away from their bowl game in New York City. So in today's video, I'm going to reveal some massive practice nuggets that I've learned over the past couple weeks. Some breakout players for the Huskers, new starters, coaching adjustments, some freshmen who are getting involved in practice, and so much more. So really quick, loaded nuggets episode for you guys today. It's been a while. Make sure to hit that like button. And also, we've been blowing up on the channel recently. If you're a diehard Nebraska fan, you're unsubscribed, make sure to subscribe. I post daily Husker football content, Nebraska transfer portal updates that you're going to get nowhere else on YouTube, and so much more. So if you're a diehard Husker fan, make sure to subscribe. You'll be thanking yourself that you did, and it helps me out a lot. But without further ado, let's get into it, going over some massive Nebraska practice nuggets that we've learned over the past couple weeks getting ready for this Pinstripe Bowl versus Boston College. Now, the first nugget that I want to talk about is in regards to this running back room, because the running back room has seen a lot of shuffling over the past month. Of course, Emmett Johnson sat out of a bunch of practices because he entered the portal, then he came back. Dante Dowdell participated in practices, then he left and entered the transfer portal. Ramir Johnson has been out with injury. So really, the only guy who's been consistently getting involved in that running back room has been Quentin Ives and Makai Nelson. Those are the two guys that I'm watching out for in that running back room, because speaking about Quentin Ives specifically, we've been talking about him all offseason as being a potential breakout for the Huskers. We haven't really seen it yet. In his entire career, he has 5 carries for 5 yards. But Dana Holgorsen talked about him the other day. He said that, Quentin Ives has had 9 spectacular practices and that he's going to get a real opportunity versus Boston College, whether that's as our second stringer or potentially third stringer if Ramir Johnson plays. But we know that Quentin Ives is going to get a lot of run. This is his opportunity to really shine. And then in that same grain, Makai Nelson's had a lot of good practices from what I've been hearing. This is a guy who's a good blocker. He's a good pass catcher. He's really a good third down running back and do just a little bit of everything. Remember when Dana Holgorsen said in a press conference about a month ago that he spotted out a young player that he thought could help out the team? I think that might have been Makai Nelson from, the ways that people have been talking about him in practice. So listen, the reason why I talk about the running backs first in this Nuggets episode is because their performance next Saturday could be the difference in us taking a running back transfer and not taking a running back transfer. Let's see if Quentin Ives is legit. Let's see if Makai Nelson's legit. If they show up, those could be dudes next year. If they don't show up, we might have to take a running back transfer to complement Emmett Johnson next year. So those are the two guys I'm watching out for, which brings us into my second nugget, some breakout players who performed very well in practice that I have my eyes out for in the bowl game. Now, I'm going to throw at you guys a couple names that I've heard a lot of good things about since the start of December. Willis McGahee is a guy I've been very high on since he got on campus. He had a really phenomenal year this year for the Huskers, again, coming out of Miami, Florida as a pass rusher. Again, he has his best days of football very far ahead of him. That's a guy who can play on Sundays. So I'm watching out for Willis McGahee. He had a really good couple weeks. Amari Sanders, freshman corner, who's going to get a lot of reps with Tommy Hill not playing in this ball game. Again, we just talked about Quentin Ives. Keona Davis is officially in the 2 deep. He's going to be the first defensive lineman off the bench. He's going to get a lot of opportunities. Dylan Rogers at that linebacker spot has had a great couple practices for the Huskers. He's going to get some real game action for the first time ever. Grant Bricks is in the 2 deep for the Huskers. That's a true freshman guard. So a lot of breakout players to watch out for. And one more name. Jalen Lloyd has had a phenomenal couple weeks of practice. He is officially starting with Isaiah Nader out for the bowl game. Jalen Lloyd gets his revenge game. He's going to absolutely ball out. I'm watching out for it. He's going to show the coaching staff, hey, why weren't you guys putting me on the field? Jalen Lloyd's had some great practices from what I've been hearing. I'm very excited to watch him versus Boston College. So those are the breakout players. I want to talk about the defense really quick because, specifically some of these leaders and guys who've been stepping up on defense. We've seen a lot of people quit on the team over the past couple weeks, whether that was our very own defensive coordinator, our defensive line coach. We've seen a lot of leaders on that defense quit. Hint, Jamari Butler. But there's been a lot of dudes who've stepped up. Credit to these seniors, whether that's Nash, whether that's Ty, whether that's Isaac Gifford. They never wavered. They never quit. And they were going to completely go 100% for this bowl game. So I think they're going to have a really good game. But I'm looking at the young guys who really stepped up. Cam Lenhard has been a huge leader over the past couple weeks for this defensive line. He's going to be that guy next year. There was some smoke around him entering the transfer portal. He shut that down the other day. He said, I never even considered it. Never even considered it. I like Cameron Lenhart a lot. I think he's a leader. He's what a black shirt is meant to be. He's going to be a good player, and he's going to start for the Pinstripe Bowl officially. Riley Van Poppel has also been growing as a leader. Vincent Shavers in that same grain. So credit to Matt Rhule, credit to John Butler for keeping this defense together, but more importantly, credit to these players who stepped up and used their voices. And there's a lot of young players who are becoming leaders like Vincent Shavers, like Cameron Lenhart, and I'm excited to see them play versus Boston College. Fourth nugget, I think this is a very big storyline that literally nobody is talking about. There are some freshmen who are in the 2025 class who are practicing with Nebraska right now. Now, a lot of freshmen got on campus late this week, whether that was Friday, whether that was on Saturday, and they have started to practice with the team, and they will travel with the team for the Boston College game. Now, these freshmen will not compete in the bowl game. They're not playing, but they're going to travel with the team and be a part of the festivities. So these are early enrollees in the 2025 class who decided to basically enroll extra early so they could be a part of these bowl practices. So here are the names who I have confirmed are right now in Lincoln practicing with the team. TJ Lateef, Bryson Weber, Houston Kahana-Torres, Christian Jones, Dawson Merritt, and Isaiah Mosey. I'm sure there might be a couple others. So those are the early enrollees who are currently practicing with Nebraska. Now, there are a couple early enrollees who won't get here till January. They had the choice. The coaching staff said, hey, you could join us extra early and be a part of bowl preparation, or you could get here in January. A lot of the guys are getting here in January because if you come early, you have to miss Christmas. And a lot of these guys don't want to miss Christmas. So Cortez Mills is a guy who won't get here till January. But this is really big, like specifically for TJ Lateef. TJ Lateef getting on campus and practicing with the team and learning the playbook and getting accustomed with everybody, that's going to be huge for his development. There's a lot of people in Nebraska circles, including myself, who believe TJ Lateef is the real deal, and he's going to give these guys a run for their money in the quarterback room. So, again, those are the guys who are on campus in the 25 class. So, to answer all those questions, yes, they are practicing. I'm not sure to what extent. Obviously, they're probably not going 100% and they're not scrimmaging, but they are a part of those practices. Being a part of the team, and they will travel for the Boston College game. No, they're not going to play, but they will be with the team for that on the sideline. So that's the fourth nugget, talking about those freshmen. Last thing I want to talk about is just the approach of the team and what I've been hearing when it comes to this culture. They're going to approach this game like it's a must-win. And that is something that is music to my ears. A lot of times these college football programs, they don't treat bowl games like must-wins anymore. They just go treat it like an exhibition. You know, they try to get the young guys involved. And although I really want to see the young guys in this game, and I absolutely believe we'll see them, more importantly, we need to go out there and win, and we need to dominate. We need to have a winning season. This win or loss is between us and a winning or losing season. So, you know, Matt Rhule has been taking this game very seriously. John Butler, from what I've been hearing, has been taking this game very seriously. He knows this is kind of his audition as our new defensive coordinator. So, listen, I'm really excited to see some of these young guys step up. These seniors get their last hurrah. These new coaches getting some opportunities, like DeKel Shorts, our new receivers coach. I've been hearing some good stuff about him in practice, kind of in an advising role. So listen, it's going to be really interesting to see, but the mindset of the team, they're going to win. A lot of these seniors, they want to end out with a bang, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So those are my practice nuggets over the past couple weeks, breakout players and storylines, the freshmen getting involved. I think that's really cool. Kind of with, again, early enrollees, they can compete in bowl practices. They're obviously can't play, but they can practice with the team. So I think that's really cool that they got on campus to get involved. I mean, that's a big sacrifice to be, 18 years old and spend Christmas away from your parents, right? You're still in high school, but to go and practice with the team, I think that shows real commitment. So shout out to those group of guys, TJ Lateef, Houston Kahana-Torres, Bryson Weber, a couple others who were deciding to enroll extra early to be a part of the team and get a head start on everything. So, all right, guys, let me know down below your thoughts about this bunch of practice nuggets. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 10,000. Again, so close to Christmas time. If you give me one present for Christmas, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 10,000 by New Year's. All right, guys, once again, let me know your thoughts down below. Go Big Red, go Matt Rhule, and see you in the next one.